Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Friday, March 7th, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Welcome to March. March Madness is upon us. Conference tournaments are upon us as well as we're breaking one down on the show. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. Feel free to throw out your picks for tonight, for this week. I'll be in there as well, chiming in the comments below as we got first game up. Early tip time here, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. We're heading to Care First Arena, Washington, D.C. for the CAA tournament here. It is the Coastal Athletic Conference, formerly the Colonial. It is the first round action with North Carolina A&T versus Hofstra. We are seeing the Hofstra Pride -7, -6.5 as the quote-unquote home favorite. Of course, neutral site game here for these two squads, 126 being the total. Guys, I'm looking to fade North Carolina A&T. I mean, it's a team that's 7-24 on the season. They're 3-15 in the conference. This is a program that's only won 14 games over the last two full seasons. So it's been a tough road here for them. They're just 2-15 on the year away from home. They're ranked in the 300s in terms of most offensive categories, statistics here. And they're up against Hofstra, who, yes, is 3 games under 500, but Speedy Claxton squad, off of 3 straight 20-win seasons, I just think they have a lot more talent here than North Carolina A&T. This is the number one team in the conference in terms of field goal percentage against. They play lockdown defense. They're 70+% from the free throw line. So in this kind of territory, laying, 6.5, you want a team that can knock down their free throws. And it's an interesting schedule spot because these two teams just played in the last game of the regular season. Now they're playing in the first round of the conference tournament. And just on Saturday, Hofstra won this game 70-49. So they won by 21 points. Now they're only having to lay 6.5. By the way, the time before that, they beat North Carolina A&T 81-49. So the last 2 times A&T has played Hofstra, they haven't eclipsed 50 points in either of them. Overall, guys, I think this number is short. I'm not so sure that the 6.5 will even last through the night. So by the time you're watching this, it might be 7. But hey, it's 6.5 right now. I like the Hofstra Pride, so lay the number under a touchdown. And even if it is 7, I like Hofstra, guys. So we're going Hofstra over North Carolina A&T. First game up, early tip time, 4:30 Eastern. We got one game left. Best bet for the show. A reminder, if you could comment below, it does help out the algorithm. Anything is more than welcome. Smashing that like button if you're liking the content. Any questions, fire away as well as your picks. And recap for the show. Unfortunately, guys, it was a rough Thursday. We haven't had one of these in a while. It has been a good run overall, but we did go 0 on the Thursday Drew's Daily Diamond show. So 0-3 minus 3.3 units. It brings us to 12-10 over the last 10 days. That is still up 1 unit of profit. So $100 better, up $100, but still bounce back mode. It was a tough Thursday night. Do want to recap that. And hey, if you're interested in premium picks, check them out. Drew Martin Experts page, WagerTalk.com. All right, we got last game up, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, nationally televised on Fox, State Farm Center, Champaign, Illinois, for the Big Ten Conference battle between Purdue and Illinois. It's 18th ranked Purdue Boilermakers, catching 3.5 or 4. That's Illinois as the home favorite, 160 being the total. This is the last game of the Big Ten Conference for these two teams in the regular season, getting ready for the Big Ten conference tournament coming up next week. And Purdue comes in 21-9 on the year. Illinois, pretty much, similar records, both overall and in the Big Ten Conference. The thing when breaking this one down is home road dichotomy here with these two teams. Purdue's 14-2 at home, 5-5 on the road. And I mean, Purdue has a little bit better overall record, but it's the same in terms of both teams have struggled when going on the road. They've been much better squads to bet on when being at home. And sure enough, that's going to favor Illinois in this one. And Brad Underwood's squad, the Big Ten defending champions here. They won the tournament last year. They've won and covered their last 2. They were at Michigan, home against Iowa. They won by 20 against the Wolverines as 3-point dogs. And, they beat Iowa pretty handily. They're efficient on both ends of the floor. Their point guard, the kid from Lithuania, he's leading them out there. I think he had 17 points last time out, 84% from the free throw line. You like that, laying this number. Number one tempo in the Big Ten Conference, being at home. I think they control the tempo here over Purdue. That is going a little bit slower this year than in years past. And Illinois also has not lost to a top 10 team, to a team outside of the top 10 in almost 2 months here. So they've had a really difficult schedule of late. But I think they're going to win this game by a little bit of margin here, talking about Illinois. I mean, Purdue, we've actually talked about it a couple times on the show. I don't think this is the same Boilermakers team as we've come to know in years past. They've lost 3 straight on the road. They're a 3-point shooting team as well. They are good from behind the arc, but still going on the road, that tends to kind of work against some of these teams. And Matt Painter's team, yes, 2 wins in the last 2 games, but those games were against UCLA and Rutgers, both at home. Now they're going on the road. And it was also tough schedule spots for both UCLA making the trip east. And also Rutgers was on their second of back-to-back road games. So I think they were actually fortunate there, looking a little bit better in their last 2 than they're actually, playing this time of year, because Purdue did have a little bit of a rough run before that. So overall, guys, we can get Illinois here -3 and a hook as the home favorite. That is going to be the best bet for the show. We're on the Illini of Illinois -3.5 for the best bet. And we tipped it off there. North Carolina A&T and Hofstra, tipping early, 4:30 Eastern time. And we are on the Hofstra Pride -6.5. So, guys, that's going to do it for the Friday show. We'll be back early on Saturday. Come back and join us. Until then, smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.